Application of unit hydrograph for deriving unit hydrographs of another duration. In the last class, you learned about unit hydrographs. Now we can deal with the application of unit hydrographs. A unit hydrograph is used for deriving unit hydrograph of another duration, and it can be done using two methods. One is method of superposition and the next one is S-curve method. First, we can deal with method of superposition. According to the method of superposition, a n-d-hour unit hydrograph can be produced from a d-hour unit hydrograph. According to method of superposition, a n-d-hour unit hydrograph can be produced from a d-hour unit hydrograph, provided n is an integer. A n-d-hour unit hydrograph can be produced from a d-hour unit hydrograph provided n is an integer. Example, we can produce a 6-hour unit hydrograph from a 3-hour unit hydrograph. Because 3 into 2 is equal to 6, there n is equal to 2. So we can say n is an integer there. Similarly, a 9-hour unit hydrograph can be produced from a 3-hour unit hydrograph because there n is 3. 3 into 3 equal to 9. Again, a 12-hour unit hydrograph can be produced from a 3-hour unit hydrograph because 3 4s are 12. Again, n is equal to 4. So according to method of superposition, we can produce a n-d-hour unit hydrograph from a d-hour unit hydrograph provided n is an integer. But if we have to derive a 3-hour unit hydrograph from a 6-hour unit hydrograph, suppose we have to derive a 3-hour unit hydrograph from a 6-hour unit hydrograph. So this method cannot be practiced because there n is not an integer. If we have to derive a 3-hour unit hydrograph from a 6-hour unit hydrograph, then this method cannot be practiced because there n is not an integer there. Therefore, we move to another method. That method is known as S-curve method. According to S-curve method, a n-d-hour unit hydrograph can be produced from a d-hour unit hydrograph, and n can be an integer or a fraction. In the first case, n can be only an integer. In this case, n can be an integer or a fraction. So, S-curve method can be applied in all cases because here n can be an integer or a fraction. So that S-curve method can be applied in all cases, but method of superposition cannot be applied in all cases. The method of superposition can be applied only when the duration of the required unit hydrograph is an integer multiple of the given duration. So we can talk about S-curve method. You can see this is an S hydrograph. This is a S hydrograph. That is, S hydrograph is derived by summing up the ordinates. S hydrograph is derived by summing up the ordinates of a series of unit hydrographs. Here you can see several unit hydrographs. You can see several unit hydrographs here. Successive unit hydrograph. You can see several unit hydrographs here. And an S-curve is derived by summing up the ordinates of a series of unit hydrograph of same or unit or specified duration which are spaced at unit duration, spaced at intervals of unit duration. That is, you can see several unit hydrographs here, and an S-curve is obtained as the summation of all these unit hydrographs. You can see several unit hydrographs here. The S-curve is obtained as the summation of all these unit hydrographs. Then you can see it is a continuously rising curve. It is a continuously rising curve and it is in the form of letter S till a constant value of discharge is reached. You can see it is in the form of letter S till a constant value of discharge is reached. And that constant value of discharge is represented as Q0. It is a rising curve in the shape of S until it reaches a constant discharge value. That constant discharge value is represented as Q naught. And the rainfall corresponding to Q naught can be represented as R naught. The rainfall corresponding to Q naught can be represented as R naught. We may write Q as Q is equal to 2.778 A R naught, where Q naught is the constant discharge. Q naught is a constant discharge and A is the catchment area in kilometer square. R naught is the effective rainfall corresponding to Q naught. So S hydrograph means it is a summation hydrograph and it represents the summation of all these successive unit hydrographs. That is about S curve method. Thank you.